Hello and welcome to the Saturday start of the watch along, and hopefully I've got this right. It looks like I've got the right graphic up there. That's fantastic. All right, yeah, so we are here. We're ready for the Nottingham Forest versus Manchester City game. I've got 3 players playing in here. In reality, I'm hoping for 2 things: a Nico O'Reilly clean sheet and some sort of an attacking return, a Phil Foden masterclass. And actually, I'm asking for a third thing. I'm asking for Erling Haaland blank, because to be honest, if Haaland blanks, all of a sudden I can pay off the -12 in captaincy alone, and that is definitely something I am eyeing off. So look, I am literally sitting here on the merits, and I don't expect him to blank. I'm an honest man. I'm an honest human being. I know how the world works, and I know that Haaland is pretty inevitable. However, I'm going to sit here regardless and hope that he does the business and doesn't do anything. and read the script. Hopefully he's had a bit too much Christmas turkey yet a couple of days ago, and he's still digesting it. It just isn't quite up to scratch. And hopefully another one of my boys, Nikola Milenkovic, I can't remember. Milenkovic can do a solid for the D-Unit and just shut him out of the game. That would be pretty nice. But yeah, we're ready to go. The first half is about a couple of minutes away. We'll quickly go through the lineups. Then I'll get into the chat. But hopefully you're all set for what is going to be a bonanza of football. At 3 p.m. today, we have 5 live games all at once. I was putting it together this morning and I was getting excited just thinking about all the goals. The disappointing thing is obviously I can't have a drink, but I'm going to try and make it as good as possible, even though I can't. So I might be a little bit more level-headed than normal. But if my players start banging goals, maybe I'll just be losing the plot anyway, so it might not matter. Obviously, Man United made off a murder yesterday, which is fantastic news. So now I can enjoy the weekend regardless of how well my FPL team does and just hope for green arrows, essentially. Realistically, am I going to get a green arrow? I'm on a -12. We're on a red arrow at the moment. I've just not bothered to update the rank yet. But we're sitting just outside the 2 million. Anyways, the lineups for today. We've got John Victor in goal for Forest. It's Williams, Murillo, Milenkovic, and Savannah in defence. It's Anderson and Dominguez in the midfield. Hutchinson on the right. Gibbs White in the 10. Hudson-Odoi on the left. And Igor Jesus up top, relative to Timu Jesus, I believe. And then in goal for Man City, it's Donnarumma. In fact, it's an unchanged 11 for City again. So it's Donnarumma in goal, O'Reilly at left back, Vardiol and Ruben Dias in the centre, Mateus Nunes on the right. Then it's Bernardo Silva, Gonzalez and Reinders in the midfield. And then it's Foden off what looks like the left, Cherky what looks like off the right in a Christmas tree formation, and Erling Haaland up top. On the bench for Nottingham Forest, it's Sells, Murado, Awoni, Douglas Luiz, Calomoendo, McAtee, Bakwa, Zinchenko, Abbott. And then for Manchester City, it's Trafford, Ake, Rodri. Rodri returns to the squad. That's interesting. Savinio, Kushinov, Mikaidu. Who the hell is that? Mukasa, Lewis, and Region Heskey. Oh, I liked saying that last bit there. Region Heskey. Welcome. All right. So, yes, we're up. We're ready to go. The can of Red Bull's being open because I've just had a nap. My sleep today has been all over the shop. I don't even know if I managed to go to sleep after that Man United Newcastle game. Then I watched the cricket. Then the missus managed to make it over to mum's finally. And then I talked to her for a bit. And then she goes, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I need to sleep." I was like, "I've barely had any sleep." So then I had a little nap. I've just had a shower, washed the hair. Feels much better that I've washed it now. It's really annoying though. It's got to the stage now where it's just bloody itchy. And that is not ideal. So I was like, you know what you need? You almost need like a drink to knock off the edge of the itch. Anyways, we're about ready to go. The can of Red Bull has been opened. D-Unit's ready. I'm going to quickly sit there and say hello to everyone that is in the chat. Hopefully you've all had a great Christmas period. If you haven't, I'm here to commiserate with you. Hopefully celebrate with you when our players actually bring the points. If you're a Haaland captainer, which looks like quite a few people are at the moment, early days, I hope he blanks. But it's we're ready to get. If you are joining as well, if you could smash a like on the stream, that would be much appreciated as well. And we're just waiting. The players are standing up. They're doing applause for that guy. What's his name? Oh, I should remember. I read about it. I'm just having a mental blank because I've only just woken up. Someone, you go give me a yard of grass and you just destroyed everyone. Hold on. Brian, someone. I couldn't see the last name. I just saw Brian. Also, I don't know what's going on with the stream I'm watching on the TV, but it's nowhere near as good as watching it at home. I can tell you that much. Oh, John Robertson. Sorry, John Robertson. Moment of applause for John Robertson. Forest legend. I think he played for. I'm really fishing in the dark here. I'm probably digging my own grave, but I'm assuming he played for England as well. Would be my guess. I'm just throwing it out there. Maybe the chat can let me know. Anyways, we're about to get underway. They've finished clapping. We actually are running. Well, either that or my stream's running slightly behind. But I'd say no, the stream's fine. So we're just waiting for it to get underway. Anyways, all right, my team's won once all season. Yeah, I know what that feels like. Man, supporting Fremantle's in AFL is like, we've had plenty of games where they've just won once all season. No good. I can't bring myself to go to a live match. I wish I hadn't gone to watch Man United live last year because I watched. It was so funny. I was having this conversation with Nightmare today. I was like, you know, the difference between Newcastle last year when they went to Old Trafford and bossed us and won, what was it, and Xerxes got pulled off in the 35th minute compared to yesterday. The only difference is that last year they had Isaac and this year they don't. Like, that can't be the difference between why Newcastle is so rubbish this year compared to last year. But anyways, all right, we're up and running. I don't know what's going on with the video I'm watching, but it looks god-awful. I don't know what's going on with that camera. I can barely see the football. I'm going to have to reset that. We'll quickly start this time anyway. The first half is underway. And then I'm going to see and figure out what's going on here because it's like I think I'm going to have to reload this stream because I can't see anything. It's either that or they've just given us a dud camera angle. They haven't put it across. Like, what are they doing? What is going on here? Get that off. All right, let's try that again. Let's press watch live and hope that it looks a bit better the second time around. All right, we're back in business. Normal camera angle has been resumed. That's good news. All right, Reinders has got the ball. Looks like a fairly mild-looking day in England today, judging from what I've seen early doors here. I reckon Mateus Nunes could be good here. I'm intrigued to see how Haaland goes against Milenkovic and Murillo. I feel like this kind of a game is more set up for a Phil Foden masterclass than a Haaland one, but that might just be me. I could be completely bang off about that, but I just feel like Nottingham Forest is historically a team where I sit there and go, I feel like Haaland will struggle away from home against this particular team. That's just my gut feel. Right, let's have a look what else is saying. Foden scoring and a blank Haaland, please. That'd be nice. Foden captain. Hopefully it comes good. Nice. Great shirt. Thank you. Meat Shield Madness. Better believe it, baby. Locked in. Acker's done. Nice. I've got to put on an Acker for the 3 p.m. games. I've put one on for this game. Is Sells just not playing anymore? I'd suggest, yeah, it looks like that. The Pep Roulette, that's not anymore. I know. I said all season, Pep Roulette's in the bin. Like, it doesn't exist this year. Literally, there is a clear starting 11, and bar like 1 or 2 players, everyone plays 90 minutes or literally plays at least 70 minutes almost every single week. Chill with the haircut, D. My girl watches your stream. Fair. It's coming back, Simon. Don't worry, mate. Don't worry. It'll hopefully come out pretty good. Merry Christmas to you too, Stephen. We won a test. I know. I can't believe it. England were good value today. They finally, their luck came in. I felt like that's what should happen in the first test. I felt like the first and fourth tests were very much English tests. They just cooked up the finish to the first test. Today, they tried hard to make a meal of it towards the end, but they got there in the end. And finally, England won a test on Australian soil. I believe for the first time, I feel like it's since 2011, which is about 14 years ago, which is just ridiculous when you think about that. England's test win proves there are miracles at Christmas. Exactly. Sells dropped. I reckon he's fit now. Yep. Rodri back. Arsenal cooked. Youth players. Australia kind of lost many, if any, test matches at home inside 2 days. Yeah, the batting was just poor. The batting from Australia was very un-Australian. And the bowling, I mean, I feel like if they'd had Pat Cummins and Nathan Lyon, they probably would have won the game. But because they were playing a bunch of really second string bowlers to what the normal bowling lineup is, I felt like they just weren't able to have the quite same amount of pressure. But well done to England. Congratulations. It was a great win. I enjoyed it. It was a really good... Well, I mean, I only went for 2 days. That's the only disappointing thing. I was hoping to watch the cricket at least on Sunday as well. But for the second time in 4 tests, it's over within 2 days. It's like everyone just wants a holiday. Stuff the cricket. Let's just go on a holiday. Let's play. Let's bowl each other out. Lose the game within 2 days. Thanks for coming. Ekatike captain, no Haaland, SOS. Robertson. Got Ruben Diaz, Foden, Haaland captain. Lots of people have triple city in this game. He was Scottish. Xerxes got pulled off. Yeah, he was rubbish last year, man. I remember I was there and I actually clapped it because I was like, he came on yesterday. I don't actually know what he did in that second half. Like, I watched that second half. He came on in the 59th minute for Benjamin Sheshko. He didn't hold the ball up. He didn't press. He did absolutely nothing. Absolutely crickets, Joshua Xerxes did. He just needs to be sold in January. He is literally a waste of space. You'd be better off pulling me out of retirement and putting me up front. More likelihood of getting a goal, I can tell you that much. One of Clough's favourite players. Yes, that's why I was saying Brian Clough. Yep. That makes a bit more sense. Thanks, Gary. Haaland's last 3 visits to the City Ground, he's produced just the 1 goal. He was a winger, John Robinson. Yep, there we go. Thank you very much. Scored the winning goal in the European Cup, 1980. Oh, very nice. Morning, everyone. That took me bloody ages to type that. I kept hitting the wrong letters. Colin, thank you very much for that information. Much appreciated. That another 4 million starting keeper is great. This was the worst test I've ever seen. 2 days, they clearly forgot to tell the players it was a test match. I know, it was like they were watching 2020, but a very poor 2020 game because they didn't even make any runs. First time since the 10-11 series. Yeah, I was right. There we go. I actually remembered that correctly from when I was watching the commentary. I didn't know you watch cricket. Yeah, I don't do watch-alongs to cricket because, I mean, it is a little bit on the boring side. I'd be literally trying to make stuff up as I go on the fly. Colm, he was voted Forest fans player of the time. Yes, he was. Foden captain because I put my money where my mouth is, unlike Darius the Sheep. I love it, Daniel. Fantastic. I hope he bangs. I hope Foden bangs. The dude I've got in the overall cup has sold Foden for Turkey. So I don't know what he knows that I don't know, but I'm hoping that decision comes back and firmly bites him in the ass. City's kit looks like they're a bunch of council workers, just need a fluoro vest and they're good to go. I know, it is a very weird looking City. I don't like this City outfit. I also don't know why they're not just wearing their home kit. Like Nottingham Forest are in a red kit. Why are you not in the City blue kit? It makes zero sense to me. It would look a hell of a lot more aesthetically pleasing. Oh, and Forest should have scored. Morgan Gibbs-White should have tapped that in. There was 2 players free. Igor Jesus and Gibbs-White. Hudson-Odoi with a great ball into the box. Both literally unmarked. They were both onside. And they've both missed it. They've both gone for it and both missed it. Oh, that should have been 1-0 to Nottingham Forest. Vardiol just stopped. I don't know if he's lost his footing or what's he done, but I tell you what, that is some let off there for Manchester City. That should have been 1-0 to Nottingham Forest, but here we are. It's still 0-0. City survive. The overall head-to-head has made every round much more exciting. I know, and I can't believe I've given the dude a 12-point head start. Hi, this is... Oh, no. Well, make sure you just behave, mate. That's all. No need for spam. That's all we ask. Good chat. Honest chat. No spam chat. Our goal against City would have been a nice belated birthday present for that Jesus lad. Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't believe it. It was such a good ball into the box. Hudson-Odoi with an absolute beauty. Oh, here we go. Manchester City breaking now. What do they got? Silva moves towards the box and then gets pushed back out. I still can't believe how easy that was for City. Oh, Vardiol tries the ball over the top, but it's too far and it goes out for a goal kick. All right, mate. You're not going to get a warning today, mate. You're just going to be kicked. We did warn you. I warned you before you started typing. You're going to be leaving the chat very quickly, buddy. All right, and all right, see you later. Unlucky, but you're gone. Honestly, mate, if you come back and you're still watching, do yourself a favor and just stop spamming the chat. Like, no one wants to see you write the letter A over and over, believe it or not. Neither do I. And I'm a very patient person, but that's ridiculous. Oh, here we go. City jerky over the bar. And he's on the floor. That was close. A great quick throw in from Phil Foden, a ball in from Bernardo Silva, and then Cherky's gone for it. Milinkovic challenges him quite well, to be honest. And it goes over the top, I think, for a corner. It looks like it deflects off Milinkovic's leg out for a corner, but we'll interested to see what it looks like. I don't know what they're giving here. I think they're giving a goal kick, believe it or not. Goal against City would have been, yeah. So, I know. I just don't understand why you'd waste your time doing that, just to know that you're going to get removed. Need some CMS strategies for the spam. I know, legit. CMS strategies, couldn't agree more. Classroom management strategies definitely need some. I feel like it's just, if there was a nicer way of just putting him in a timeout so it just removed his comments, the only way of just removing him is just to remove him. You'd think he'd just get the memo. Like, what? If you want to chat, and obviously he wants to chat, just do it in a natural way that doesn't annoy everyone. Same lineup, yep. I'm here late. What's Man City like? Exactly the same as usual. Plunder Dog. Frimpong CS plus 1 assist. I can feel it. Verts 2 goals and assist. Well, mate, I would happily eat all those 3 things up. What did you have for your Christmas dinner? I had, well, actually, it was pretty lame, the Christmas dinner itself. We had we had ham and what was meant to be roast vegetables, that they were more like cold vegetables than anything else. It wasn't exactly an exciting meal. The dessert was much better. My sister made an unbelievably good trifle, so I enjoyed that. I actually had a couple of helpings of that. That was quite nice. It was really annoying because I was meant to be home. I'm not actually meant to be here. I was meant to be in my normal setup, but because of my hair, I have to sit on this seat like this on a 45-degree angle. So I just figured it was easier to stay at mum's. And yeah, for a couple of different reasons. So I was meant to be home for Christmas, and the missus actually cooked because I was meant to do the cooking. She cooked a big roast chicken, a ham as well. Yeah, and I was gutted because I felt like she had the better food because we'd gone out on the last Saturday, and bought all the food for Christmas, and then I didn't even get to eat any of it. So the good news is when I go home next week after New Year's, I am going to be walking home to a lot of frozen food that should hopefully be good, and I won't have to actually do too much for myself for the next month with a little bit of luck. And I've got this massive ham. Like in Australia, in England you get like the hams, but they're more like, smallish type things. Well, over here we do them like this. They're like big, proper legs of ham. And I've literally got one of them to go home to. So I'm going to be having a lot of ham and cheese, toasted croissants, toasted sandwiches. It's going to be banging when I get home. Is very wide sometimes about Doku. Yep. Man United Cup has started. Got a bye. Oh, nice. Do you have to do that massaging thing for your head as well? Yeah, so it's really quite strenuous. Today, it's been super annoying, right? Like the back of my head today has been super itchy. Like super, super itchy. I've taken an antihistamine. I'm literally sitting there. It's taking all my mental strength to not just go like on the back of my head. But the back of the head is where they took the hairs out of. So it's not actually where they put their hairs in. So if I was going to, you shouldn't be scratching anyway, which is why I'm not scratching. But if you'll go to scratch, that's actually not as bad. Oh, Foden looking for a ball to Haaland. Not quite. Yeah, so essentially I've got to sit there and I've got this shampoo. I'll show you what I had to do. So for the first 3 days, I had to sit there with one of these things. This is just saline solution, right? And I used to just had to like spray it on my head like every 30 minutes. Every 30 minutes I was awake, I had to spray this on my head. 3 sprays at the front, 3 to the side, 3 to the side, 3 on top, and then 3 at the back. Every half an hour. I can tell you that's it gets a little bit exhausting trying to remember to do that every half an hour. But I did, and you had to do that for 3 days straight. Then on the 3rd day, so on the first day, you would have noticed on the first video I did when I cut the hair, I had the bandage on. So then I had to take that off on the first day. Then you've got this stuff here, which is like, it's called Foden ointment or whatever it is. So that's essentially, you just rub that on your back of the head where they took their hairs out of for 6 days, 3 times a day. So because I can't see the back of my head and my missus is going to Thailand literally tomorrow, that's why I'm still at mum's. So mum is actually doing some mumming, and she's mumming the D-Unit's head with the ointment 3 times a day. And then starting from yesterday, and this is where it gets a little bit weird. So you can't put the shower on your head, right? Yeah. So you've got to avoid that kind of pressure. So what I've had to do is, because mum's got like one of them handheld ones, I put it on the floor and shot it upwards. So that way it's like more like raindrops, literally like raindrops when it like falls on the ground, if that makes sense. So the last 2 days I've done that. And then I've had to put this, which is like some special shampoo, literally on my hands and just be like, pat. Like literally, the better description, just patting my head. And now it's looking pretty all right. Phil Foden here for City. Plays it out to O'Reilly. What's he got? He pushes forward. He finds someone in the box. I think it's Reinders. It is Reinders. He plays it back to Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva back to Reinders. Reinders to Gonzalez. City queuing up in the box. Bernardo Silva, will he put the ball in? No, he doesn't. He plays it back again. All right, here we go. Reinders tries to turn into the box, but it's very well defended by Forest, and it goes out for a goal kick. That was a whole pile of nothing for a whole pile of nothing. So, yeah, that's the routine. It's quite an extensive process. I can tell you what, the worst part of it is sleeping in this chair, because I'm just not sleeping very well. That's the honest truth. And I've got this stupid... Hold on. And so I've got this, and I've literally been sleeping with that like that. So that way the top part of my head, where obviously there's a few hairs put in there, doesn't touch the couch. So I'm literally sleeping like with this on in this chair like that. It's mad. It's a very unusual routine. Thank God I'm on holidays, because if I wasn't on holidays, I wouldn't be going into work. I can tell you that much straight out the gate. There you go. Enough of the hair talk. Let's get back onto the football. Man City need to do something here. This game's boring. It's about this. Oh, Morgan Gibbs White. This is nice. Edge of the box. Plays it to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi back to the top of the box. To Murillo. Oh, no, it's not Murillo. I think that's Anderson. I'm not really too sure who that is. All right, now it's out to Hutchinson. Hutchinson takes on O'Reilly. Gets a ball into the box. It's cleared away by, I think, Gonzalez or Ruben Diaz, one of the two. Elliot Anderson picks the ball up, though. So that must be a defensive contribution, you would think. Elliot Anderson, ball into the box. Good ball into the box. Testing there. Man City get in the way. Haaland retrieves it. Out to O'Reilly, and the break is on. I'll tell you what, Nico O'Reilly has got really good stature for a left back. He's not exactly small, like in terms of his height. He looks quite tall. Well, he's way taller than Foden, I can tell you that much. Cheese and ham toasties are the business. 100%. I capped them verts, nice. I made my own croissants just to do the service it demands. Very nice. Mum's forever. I know she's doing it. She's actually enjoying it. Mum's 80 years old. So she loves being mum still. So she's enjoying the fact that she can do mummy things again. So yeah, bless her. She'll come out at some point. We might get to see Mum show up at some point. She'll come and say good night at some point when she goes to sleep. So we'll get her on the stream then. I don't know if they'll be in this game or in the actual live watch long. I'll get Mum on the stream tonight. O'Reilly is 6'4". I told you he looked tall. Well, I said he didn't look small. Phil Foden's small though. He reminds me of Paul Scholes. You know when like Man United always used to line up, then there was like a bunch of 6-footers, and then there was just Paul Scholes who was like a tiny little man. How much was the whole procedure thing? Bloody expensive, I can tell you that much. It was funny because someone said, "Oh, why don't you just go to Turkey?" I was like, "Well," Murat said that. I don't know if Murat's in the chat yet or not. Well, the problem is that to get from Australia to Turkey and back, you're already looking at like $3,000 just for that. I don't know how much cheaper it is. Oh, Haaland! Oh, good block there from Milinkovic. Reads the danger well, puts his foot in there and gets a defensive contribution. Just as Haaland was having a little bit of interest in the play. That would have been a Bernardo Silva assist, and Haaland was definitely going first time to goal. And Milinkovic gets his body right in the right spot to make sure that there is no danger there to John Victor in goal. Gonna have to start organising your 10K sub party at some point. It was funny, at the start of the season, I said to the missus, I was like going, I want to be known for the watch-alongs. I was like, yes, I make the FPL content, and I want to have a different take on it, which is literally how I play the game. And I was like, oh, but I want people to come to watch the watch-alongs, because that is the bit that I miss the most about not living in England anymore, is the fact that I'd be down the pub, I'd be with me mates, or I'd be at the football watching it, and the closest thing I can do to that over here is YouTube. Like, that is literally why I do it. It's definitely my favorite part of the week, I can tell you that much. The videos are just an added bonus if you enjoy watching my content, I suppose. For me, it is literally all about the live watch-alongs. This is why I do it. For this moment, this giddy moment on a Saturday when we've got 3 games back-to-back, or like the live watch-alongs, just that's what it's all about. This is just a normal can, to be honest. Just 473 one. Give the stream a like. Yes, please do that. Thanks, Cole. I remember when you had like 200 and you did videos on the couch. I know. Benji, that was last year, and that was literally this time last year. Well, I was in the UK, and I had the laptop, this exact laptop with me, and the content was just rubbish. I had not discovered how to do graphics yet. I just discovered how to put my face on a video and talk some nonsense, really. And then here we are, less than a year later, and I've taught myself everything. I don't use anyone's expertise other than my own. I've literally self-taught myself everything. Oh, wow. Turkey then probably took too long then to play it to Haaland, and Nottingham Forest snuff out the danger. It's a weird game so far, to be honest. A really weird game. A very cagey affair. Forest actually defending quite well. Man City not really at 100% maximum efficiency as of this moment in time. The watch-alongs are great, and barely anyone else does them. Merry Christmas from a small town in some country in Canada. Merry Christmas, buddy. An awful City display that it's going to end 0-0. I took a -4 to get Le Mans out. Oh, mate, I tell you what, he should not have kept the clean sheet yesterday. How he kept the clean sheet, I do not know. Amron even tried his hardest to make sure Newcastle scored. He took off every single piece of experience. Actually, I'll tell you what the end lineup was. The back 4 at the end of the game. Le Mans in goal. Heaven and Lenny Oro with Fredrickson and Malacia. How does Newcastle not score against that rabble? Like, I do not understand. Oh, here we go. O'Reilly to Foden. Oh, Foden, why is he cutting it back, you idiot? Just go for goal, you absolute mug. Oh, great ball from Reinders around the back, but it's just too far from Mateus Nunes. Honestly, I do not know how Man United kept the clean sheet. I'll hold my hands up and say that was literally the definition of a Christmas miracle, how Man United won that game 1-0. They did not even attack in the second half. They came out at halftime. Mount came off. What was his name? Jack Fletcher came on. And I think I can remember one shot the entire second half. And that was from Benjamin Šeško just before he got substituted. And then Man United did nothing other than just kick the ball up the field in the last 30 minutes. The problem was Newcastle were dog awful. Like, they were unbelievably bad. Like, Man United literally said, beat us. And they couldn't even muster a decent chance, really. Like, I don't actually recall Le Mans having to make a really good save. It was a really bizarre game of football. Newcastle, I said that's why I changed them to a green away from home on the fixture difficulty rating this week. Because they're crap. They are unbelievably bad away from home. Like, they literally, Amarin just said beat us. He said beat us, and they couldn't even muster a good chance. So I apologise for that. I just didn't expect Man United to keep a clean sheet. We need to go into cartels, chat, and promote the D-Unit. with the Man U run coming up, that bloke might be able to finally cut his hair. Well, I tell you what, that's one win, but they've got to have to win the hard game after. So we've had one win, Newcastle. That, unfortunately, if he'd won the game before against Villa, he would have been on. He would definitely have been on. But he should be beating Wolves. Leeds will be an interesting game because it's Leeds. I don't think that game will be easy. I definitely don't have it as an easy game. But then it's Burnley, so you'd expect 2 of those 3 to be wins. Then if it gets to 4, the real pressure will be on because I think it's Man City at home, isn't it? From the top of my head, and then it's Arsenal. So if he can win Man City at home, I mean, it's a derby. Anything could happen. He might get a chance. I wouldn't be holding my breath, though, but I don't reckon he's going to be cutting his hair because I don't think we're beating City. City will be the 5th game, yeah. That's the problem. I was too drunk and had no idea what was going on in the Man United game. It was a great goal. Hands up to Dorgu. That was some finish from him, an unbelievably good finish. Also, I think the missus turned the aircon up to 24. Now I'm too hot. Turned it back down. If they win 5 in a row, you could give some of that bloke's hair to your head. City, then Arsenal is scary. I know. If Man United could actually beat these easy teams, they could actually legitimately finish in the top 4. The problem is that they're no good against the easy teams. It's not the hard teams I'm worried about. I expect us to show up against City. I expect us to show up against Arsenal. I'm more concerned about Wolves at home than those 2 games. Because I just know what Man United are like. We don't show up against the easy teams more often than not. I've never joined the watch along. I'm cleaning up the kitchen so I can't watch the game. So the commentary is good. Very nice. Decisions to be made on wildcard next week. Keep Gordon. Bring in Palmer and Gakpo, who should be back. And the 4 million Forest keeper. Yeah, John Victor could be really good. If he keeps on keeping Sells out. And Igor Jesus, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see. Chris the Woody Woodpecker is apparently not far away. Anyways, it's a Nottingham Forest free kick here, and it's about 10 metres inside the City half, and it looks like Murillo's just going to pump it forward by the looks of it. Maybe he's going to find his boy Milenkovic up there. All right, yeah, Murillo's going to pump it up. And Milinkovic is going to attack it. Heads it across goal. And it's well defended there by City. And it's cleared away. I think that was by Phil Foden. I believe. Potentially. Anyways, it's now pumped back down the other end. Now it's Hutchinson taking on O'Reilly. What can he do? He plays it out wide. It's cut back across and it's cut out by Vardiol, who puts it out for a corner. I know. Wildcard 19, I remember this. 2 seasons ago, I had wildcard in game week 19. And I was actually inside the top 10K when I played it. I should have just let it go because my team was actually really good. I wildcarded out of a very good team, and that was the beginning of me finishing just outside the top 100K. I butchered the wildcard. Sometimes your team can just look really good. So it is important to nail it. But I think game week 19, there's definitely some opportunity to bring in some players that are unique and will drive your rank up, I reckon. Not going to lie, early doors, my move this week might actually be, I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I think Diogo Dalot might be coming into my team. Based off what I saw last night, if Man United are actually going to defend and look like they might actually know what a clean sheet is, the next few weeks in particular look like pretty good weeks to have a Diogo Dalot long throw. And he could have scored last night as well. Diogo Dalot could have had a goal. If he'd been slightly more clinical, he would have had a goal, an assist, DC, and a clean sheet. Now, I don't know how many points that is. Hold on, let me try and work that out. That would have been 3 bonus, a goal, 17. It would have had 20 points. He could have had 20 points last night quite comfortably. But yeah, it's definitely something to monitor moving forward. Deep down, that guy doesn't want United to win 5 games because after that, he's got nothing. True. Yeah, he's not a good scoring striker, that's for sure. Couldn't agree more on that. Daniel got 3 transfers left as well. This is what happens when you don't play template. Love it. I'm tired of Saka. It's his last chance today for him and my team. Yeah, that's very fair. I showed him the door myself this week. As much as I love having the attacking O'Reilly, I feel Diaz may have been the pick. Yeah, potentially. Gakpo might be back this game week on the bench. Yeah, apparently there's a few other players that might be back this week as well. Apparently Gabriel has travelled with the Arsenal squad as well, something to keep an eye on. Diaz, 8 DCs already. I know Forest have been pumping the ball into the box, that's for sure. I'll stop watching if you bring in Dalot, he's crap. Yeah, I probably need a defender this week. I don't really need a forward. So that's why I'm kind of weighing it up. Plus, I actually thought the way that United lined up yesterday made me think he could be an option. And that takes a lot for me to think Dalot's an option because I don't rate him as a footballer at all. But if they play in that back 4 system, they're much more likely to keep a clean sheet the next few weeks. And it's Wolves next. He could easily score a goal against Wolves, Dalot. I have no doubt about that at all. I also feel like Šeško could be a pretty good shout next week, but I don't need a forward next week. I've got Bowen, who's got a nice fixture. I've got Ekitike with a nice fixture. I've got Haaland, so I don't need a Šeško, but he could actually be a pretty decent punt against that Wolves team as well. I would not be surprised if he scored at least 1 goal against Wolves next week. On Tuesday, sorry. What did I say next week? It's literally Tuesday. All right, O'Reilly get with a DC there. I'm sure that's an interception, clearance, whatever you want to call it. 13 hits from the Ekitike 64 this week. Oh, the Elite 64 this game week. Says it all after we got 5 free transfers a few weeks back. I think they said Gabriel is back next game week. Yeah, he's close. He's very close. So I've actually got the money for Gabriel in my team. So I knew that he wasn't far away. And if there's an Arsenal defender I want, it's probably him. Because, well, he is just, he just seems the most attacking. Even though I don't really think Arsenal will keep many clean sheets for the next few games, I think he could still definitely get some sort of attacking return. Phil Foden's had a couple of DCs here early doors. This game has not been full of many chances. I think actually the best chance has actually fallen to Nottingham Forest. It's just they did not connect with that Hudson-Odoi ball into the box. And because of that, they're not in front. Otherwise, I do believe that they would be in front. I'm bringing Gabriel next game week on wildcard fit or not. Nice. Yeah, beating the crowd. I mean, it's probably the cheapest he's going to be. As soon as people get wind that he's looking like being back, the masses will be bringing him in. I wouldn't bring Dalot in when Gabriel is coming back. The thing is, though, if you look at Arsenal's next 3 fixtures, you'd argue that Man United probably more chances of keeping a clean sheet. Plus, Dallow's actually got more attacking returns this season than Gabriel. Yeah, I know. I had to recheck that myself. But Dallow's now up to 1 goal and 5 assists for the season. Yeah, I know. It's hard to believe that I've just read that out. But he's got 1 goal and 5 assists on the season, which actually puts him up there as one of the best attacking defenders in the game. It's Diego Dalot. That's the problem I've got with it. It's just I don't rate him at all. And it's hard to bring in a player you just don't like. And especially when you support that team that they play for and you still don't like him. But I wouldn't be looking at Dorgu. I felt like Dorgu was a tale of 2 halves. He was brilliant in the first half, unplayable. Second half was absolutely rubbish. Like in comparison, like just was not at the races at all. Oh, here we go. Phil Foden, what has he got? Have a shot, buddy. He did have a shot, but it was blocked there by Milinkovic. Dallo, did you actually just say Man U more chances of keeping a CS? Yeah, I know. I can't believe it. Well, if you look at the next 3 games, they've got Wolves at home, Leeds away, Burnley away. I mean, look at Arsenal's next 3 fixtures. Hold on. Where are we at? I don't want to sit there and make this up, so I'm going to actually make sure I'm talking sense. Arsenal's next 3 fixtures. Aston Villa at home, Bournemouth away, Liverpool at home. You're not telling me Gabriel has more chance of a clean sheet with Villa, Bournemouth and Liverpool than Dalot does with Wolves, Leeds and Burnley. Like, you're kidding yourself if you think Arsenal's got more chance of a clean sheet. I know their defence is better, but the teams they're playing are a lot better attacking than the ones that Man United are playing. Like, that's all I'll say. I also can't believe I just said that, but Dalot is legitimately an option. He's a 3-week option. He's not a long-term option. He's a 3-week punt. And look, in the last 5 weeks, he's got 1 goal, 3 assists in the last 5 weeks alone. That's against West Ham Wolves, Bournemouth. He obviously blanked against Villa, and then he got an assist against Newcastle. So you've got to say that Diego Dalot feeds on the crap teams, and that's what Man United are about to play is 3 crap teams. Wolves, Leeds, Burnley. I mean, for a 3-week punt, it's an unbelievably good 3-week punt. Like, and it's a lot better than going straight to Gabriel, I reckon. I've just sold everyone on Dalot, haven't I? The Red Devil Munoz, yeah, exactly. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Would almost be like you bringing in Anderson. Not quite, because Anderson's got no attacking threat. DCL going to make a funny... yeah, maybe, but Gabriel will earn you 1 mil of team value in that time. Dalot might as well, you know. If he keeps on these double-figure hauls, he might do it just as much, if not more, because he was lower owned to begin with. Leeds is a big grudge match. Ruben Mustard. Haaland with a DC, can you believe it? No, he didn't even touch it. He just ran across. What a man, what a man. FYI, there was a yellow card there for a City defender. I'm pretty sure it was Ruben Dias. I'm pretty sure it was. Let me double check. Wow, Vardiol and Ruben Dias both almost hit DC already. So Ruben's on 8, Vardiol's on 6. That's mad. Nottingham Forest are just pumping balls into the box. It's like the easiest lot of DC picking up they've ever had. And another ball into the box and another defensive contribution from Vardiol. They just keep on racking them up. As Forest are literally playing what almost feels like old-fashioned, put the ball into the box as many times as possible and hope that one lands to our players. That's literally the tactics Forest are employing in this game. Yeah, Ruben Dias was booked. I thought I saw that, right? I was getting a little bit excited there reading the chat, and then I realized that there was a yellow card came out. So at the moment, he was clear on the bonus point system. He's now been dropped down a little bit because that he's still clear on top with 3, but not by much. Another ball into the box, Hamley out for another goal kick. That one from Nico Williams. So at the moment, Ruben Diaz, 8 DC, Vardiol, 6, Mateus Nunes, Foden, Gonzalez, all on 4 each. For Forest, it's only Milinkovic and Dominguez with 5 each. Murillo, Anderson, both on 4. Hutchinson with 3. Anderson's actually he's actually on for 1 bonus point at the moment, Anderson. No, 2 with Ruben. All right, O'Reilly, what's he got? Well, Anderson's just come in and won that. That's a defensive contribution. He's literally come in and funded into O'Reilly and just taken the ball. So aggressively done, but well done there. All right, Turkey on the edge of the box goes for a shot. Blocked there by someone. It's now a shot there by Mateus Nunes. Blocked by someone. Oh, he got Jesus with a nice little turn. I'm surprised that's not a free kick, but the ref's allowed it to play on, and we're still playing on. All right, Phil Foden, what's he got? The magician plays it out wide. Silva back to Foden. Foden, edge of the box. Plays it into Reinders. Reinders with a turn. Can't get there. Nothing doing. Plays it to Turkey. Foden. Shot. Block. Oh, here we go. No. Well, bit of an almost moment there, but not quite. In the end, Forest do enough to get away with it. But for a moment there, it did look, how's this referee's giving Forest nothing. Igor Jesus to the ground again. Nothing doing. The ref says, get up, you fool. It's a weird game. Like Forest are playing really quick, direct football. Man City are playing a very patient pass. Let's see if we can prod an opening. All right, O'Reilly, here we go. Edge of the box. Plays it in to no one. Milinkovic with a defensive contribution. He's now well past 5. He'll be up to 6 now, I'd suggest, or 7, whatever. What was he on before? 5. He's up to 6 now. Yeah, yellow card for dissent. Yep, that's right. Never thought of the counting DCs in a City match. I know, it's pretty boring. I'm not going to lie. All right, here we go. Reinders out to Silva. Can he find Foden in the box? He tries to find Haaland. It's a crap cross. Murillo gets rid of it. Hope the rest of the games this game week are more entertaining than the first 2 are so far, I know. Do Forest think Peter White is still playing for them? 1 for the oldies. Someone is really racking up the DC. Did you take -12 this week? Yes, I did. That's the team. -12 was locked in. O'Reilly can't believe he's given away a foul now. I mean, there wasn't much in that, but I suppose that is a foul. So there's not been a lot to talk about in this game. It's been a lot of just Route 1 football, defensive contribution football. There's been no real quality at all. Man City's bench isn't exactly filled with a lot of options either, so I'll be interested to see what Pep does at half-time. But they're having a little look at something on the iPad. Maybe they're drawing up their own Route 1 football. Hi, Daryl. How are you, buddy? It is a crap game. It's not been overly exciting so far. The good news is at least at 3 p.m. there's 5 games to get sunk into. So there's got to be some sort of action in there. But yeah, this game has been a little bit devoid, a bit like last night, of a lot of... Oh, here we go. City have won it back. Haaland plays it away. And Cherky's been completely kaputted there. And that's going to be a yellow card for Elliot Anderson. Elliot Anderson has been booked. 1 Anderson in the book today. That is 1 out of 2. Jared Bowen to get the second Anderson booked later on today. That's got to be paying pretty good money, I reckon. All flirt and no song. Yes. At least Haaland is blank so far. Yeah, don't talk too early. Don't talk too early about that. Give Haaland a rest at halftime. Love how Dorgingo play. Did you do a haircut, buddy? Yeah. Got my hair done. Love to hear it. I feel like this is one of them games where I feel like a City defender's going to score a goal. I don't know why I say that. I just feel like it's one of those back four is going to score the goal that wins the game. That's my gut feel. I know I went for a 3-0 scoreline, but I feel like I've gone a little bit too high in this game. We'll just have to wait and see. All right, Phil Foden out to Nico O'Reilly. That's the combination I want to see get involved. Where's the hair? The hair is gone, MF said. Man City playing, yeah, I wouldn't say they're playing well. It's been a pretty mundane first half of football. It's been a typical Saturday lunchtime kickoff. A rubbish game to watch. A legit cartel that smuggles now. Yeah, I know. Leader of the cartel, boys. This has got a Vardy all over it. Yeah, I agree, Nunes. Just the way that Forest are defending makes me think it's not a Haaland game. At the moment. I say that at the moment. He's barely had a sniff. Just with the way they're playing, I feel like it's just not a game for Haaland. Is my gut feel. I'm sleepy. I know, I'm glad I had a nap, you know. Very glad I had a nap. All right, let's have a look at what this vote's looking like at the moment. 96 votes so far. How many disappointed people at halftime? 50% are going to be disappointed at halftime because 50% have said that they've got Haaland captain. 40% Ekatike, only 10% someone else. Crazy. FYI, my missus has got triple captain left because a couple of weeks ago she said, oh, what should I do with this chip? And I said, save it for game week 19, play it on Bruno. And she said to me today, she goes, I can't play it next week on Bruno. And I was like, I know. And she's like, well, who do I play it on? I was like that's a good question. I was like, originally I said to her, I was like just bring Cunha in for Bruno because he'll be good in game week 19. And then I watched that game yesterday and I'm like surely he can't do that again against Wolves. Like, surely they can't play that kind of football again against literally the team that's got 2 points all season. But maybe they can, I'm not sure. Either way, the first half has ended in what has been an unbelievably disappointing game of football. Following hot on the heels of the second half earlier today for me anyway, that has been some shocking game of football to watch, that one. I can't even describe you how bad that's been, but that's been bad. It's been a bad game of football. The stitch-up merchant, as long as Haaland blanks, I'm happy. Play it on Dallo. Who knew should have triple captain Dog? I know. I was sitting there, it's so funny. You always see those teams every week that someone's created a new team. They're trying to win like manager of the week or whatever it is. And the dude just triple captain Dog. I was like, there's always someone that does it right. And it just makes no sense. No one would do it except some idiot trying to win the weekly prize. Because whoever wins the weekly prize, it's normally just a stupid team that won't do any good most weeks. And then the one week that they do well, they win. Normally it's the first week they've existed as well. It's crazy. My friend triple captain Verts, don't mind it. I had one half left for the Ekatike captainers to rejoice. Well, yeah, I'm still praying, man. Honestly, I'm sitting there going at the moment. I've got a Foden blank, can live with that because I feel like he's quite high owned by most people now. O'Reilly's on track to at least keep a clean sheet. And Haaland's on track to blank, which for all intents and purposes, if Haaland blanks, it means the minus 12 could well be on. It literally could be on because if Ekatike then goes big, I've covered the minus 12 of captaincy. And then all of a sudden, it's just how good's the rest of my team going to go. So I am sitting there hoping that it does happen. I'm not counting my chickens. I know how the game of football works. I've seen plenty of times this season, Haaland do nothing in the first half, and then the second half scores a brace. So I'm not under any illusions here. It could go completely pear-shaped. But early doors, it's looking pretty good. Heaven 8-pointer on the first bench. I know, crazy, hadn't it? Heaven actually looked really good. Talking about Man United, the players that impressed me last night. I thought Dorgu was amazing for a half. I thought the second half, absolutely crap, but the first half, he was unplayable. Made Lewis Hall look like a second-rate defender. Then I thought that Dalot was actually pretty good. I'm not going to lie, I thought he was pretty good last night. But I did say, as soon as he stops playing that idiot at left wing back where he's unbelievably horrendous, he can't get any worse. And that's essentially what we saw. We saw Dalot on the right-hand side, significantly better player, got an assist. I mean, he should have scored. He should have had a 20-pointer, but he ended up with a 15-pointer, 15-pointer in the end, I think he got. What did he end up with? Hold on, I'm just making that up now. I'm just talking numbers out my ass. Hold on, where is he? Well, he's not on the first page of defenders yet, so he's not going that well, but he's not far off. 12-pointer, he got a 12-pointer. Oh, he did get the DC. He got the DC assist, only 1 bonus point. He got fleeced. Who the hell got 2 bonus points if Dalot only got 1? Oh, Heaven got the 2 bonus points, did he? Someone got 2 bonus points. Dalot got rinsed out of a bonus point. Now, that's unfortunate for owners. But how good is that? 1 goal, 5 assists. He's now got, hold on, let me work this out. So he started 13 games. He's literally 0.2 of a point off averaging what Anderson gets. And he costs 0.2 million less. If you've got Anderson, the most intelligent move you can make this week is Joachim Anderson out, Diego Dalot in. Get rid of one fraud for another. Just get the fraud that actually gets attacking returns. Arce Katia captain is probably one of Foden Hall, blank 2, as many he get. Probably, yeah, that's fair. Foden goal, Riley assist, and Riley goal, Foden assist would be peak. That would be unbelievably good for the FPL. Dalot has been pretty good lately. Yeah, I know. He's actually, I am the first to criticize him. I don't rate him at all. And when Amarin kept on playing him at left wing back, I just wanted to go there and snipe him down myself, so that way he couldn't pick him. But on the right hand side, he's significantly better. And if he's playing a back 4, Dalot actually plays right back, not too bad. But he's not a wing back, but he played pretty well yesterday. But if he continues to play a back 4, I'm all for it. He's actually probably not the worst player in the world, definitely not the best. But from an FPL perspective, if he's taken those stupid-ass long throws that somehow now have equaled 3 assists, which I still don't know how that's happened, but it has, and he's obviously got a goal already against a weaker team, there's nothing to say he's a bad pick the next 3 weeks. He could actually be just one of those picks that you go to, a bit like Kukurea last year when he got those 3 goals in 5 weeks or whatever it was. It could be a bit like that with Dalot this year. Honestly, it could be the next. I can't believe I'm saying that. There's something wrong with me. My head has been infected by stupid, hairless ideas. Nothing better than digging into the Christmas ham for a midnight snack. Love it. Le Mans, I still wouldn't be going near Man United defence outside Dalot. And I wouldn't be going near Dorgu Ivu. I know he's 4.1 million, but I tell you what, he was pretty close a couple of times yesterday to getting a yellow card. And if he got a yellow card yesterday, he would have missed Wolves. If he gets a yellow card against Wolves, he's missing Leeds. Again, I suppose he only cost 4.1 million. You could argue it's still probably worth it. Maybe it is. I'm not sure. Yeah. I just feel like once the AFCON boys come back, Dalot's going to keep his place in the team somewhere. Dorgu will lose his place. So for that reason, I prefer Dalot for that reason alone. And I think he's probably worth the extra 0.3 mil. Virgil captain. Le Mans got the 2 bonus. There we go. Thank you very much. Heaven to Hincapi. I don't think Hincapi's going to be starting many more games. If Gabriel's very much close to being back, Hincapi is no longer an option. Hello, first time sub here. Love the energy. What's your team? My team value is ridiculous, Jams. Welcome and thanks for subbing. My team value is 104.1 million with 2 million in the bank. So I've actually got a team squad value of 106.1 million. which is actually higher than I had at this point last year. And unbelievably, I've just started poorly this year, but I feel like I'm coming with a rush. Hopefully Haaland blanks and I'll be definitely coming with a rush. I was too scared to go against Haaland despite my gut feeling. Mateus Nunes is actually goated for bonus. Let's go. He is really good for underlying bonus. If I have one regret, it was when I bought Nico O'Reilly. I weighed up buying Mateus Nunes, but I needed the extra 0.2 million for something else, which is why I went for O'Reilly instead of Nunes. But I really wish I just found a way to get him instead because he's been unbelievably good value. He's actually outscored O'Reilly every single week, I think. Let me just have a look at Mateus Nunes. So Mateus Nunes has gone 8, 11, 6, 2, 3, 1, 13 since game week 11. And I bought him for the Leeds game. So I got, well, let's have a look what O'Reilly got. So he's got 3, 2, 6, 11, 8 in the 5 weeks since I bought O'Reilly. And O'Reilly's got 4, 0, 6, 6, 6. There's not much in it, but Mateus Nunes has beaten him. How did he get 0 points against Fulham? Oh, I know how he got 0 points against Fulham. They conceded 4 goals. That's why. Aiden Head had an 8-pointer against the Geordies. Very cheap. Yeah, I just think again with Heaven, as soon as Delit's back, he's out of the team. Dallo is immune to getting taken out by Amarin, which is why I think he is probably still the better pick. Sean Dyche football triggered more me to moot yet. Forest is significantly better at home as well, 100%. I would agree. Good to see you in the chat, Jack. Where are we at? Nunes the GOAT. Are we to expect D to have Haaland hair next Christmas? I'll never have long hair. To be honest, the only reason why I got the hair done right, you can call me vain. Maybe I am. Maybe I just want to continue believing I'm 20 years old, which I'm not. But I like to think I am. I've got literally about that. You might have seen it when I've leaned down to pick up the card before. I reckon I've got about that much hair missing on the top of my head. And you can't see it. Normally you can't see it at all. But I know it's there. And because I know it's there, I wanted to fix it. And I thought, you know what? Why not fix it? So that's what I did. I'm a very vain individual, me. I tell you what. Pretty sad reading that out. Gillicky TK captain, Verts and Frimpong. So Liverpool got to put 5 past Wolves. Nice. I'm here for it. Yes, he's a good differential, but I'm going to go for Lewis Hall next week as another good differential. Yeah, the problem is, to be honest, I thought Lewis Hall was great in the second half yesterday, and he was desperately unlucky not to score. He hit the crossbar, looked really good on paper for the majority of the game. The problem I've got with Lewis Hall is he plays for Newcastle, and they are horrendous away from home. Horrendous. Let me have a look at Hall. Where is he? I'm going to have a quick look here at halftime. Where's Hall? So Lewis Hall looks really good. And I owned him last year when he was 4.5 million and he literally rode me up to the top 10K with all his huge hauls after huge hauls. Hall was hauling. Only 1.1% ownership. The issue I've got with Hall is that, one, he doesn't look 100% fit to me still. And the second bit is that Burnley and Wolves are away from home. And based off what I've seen from Newcastle away from home, I don't think they keep clean sheets against Burnley. Wolves, they might, because Wolves are just rubbish. But I think Burnley score next week. So if Burnley score next week, Hall has to get some sort of attacking return. Do I think he'll get an attacking return based off what I saw last night? The answer is, I don't know. Then it's Palace at home, Leeds at home. I think both of them probably score a goal. Well, I don't see Newcastle keeping many clean sheets. When was the last time they even kept the clean sheet? Well, they haven't kept one. They haven't kept the clean sheet since Nottingham Forest in game week 7. Game week 7 was the last time Newcastle kept a clean sheet. I could be wrong. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure I'm correct. I am correct. So that is 11 game weeks of football, no clean sheets for Newcastle. I mean, you can't be saying that Newcastle assets are any better than Man United assets in terms of that. At least with Dalot, the attacking returns are there. Plus, he also got a clean sheet, just been. Who do I think's getting relegated this season? That's an easy question. Wolves, 100%. Burnley, 100%. It's then a toss-up between which team can scrounge more points. I was going to say West Ham, and I said that at the start of the season. I said West Ham, Burnley, and Wolves. Those are my 3 before the season. Go back, have a look at my preseason video with Tom. I said those 3 teams will get relegated. The fact West Ham have made a manager change and they've got a nice run of fixtures. If West Ham do not beat Fulham today, they're getting relegated. I put money on that right now. I think that the other team if West Ham beat Fulham today, Fulham will go down and West Ham will survive. That is my gut feel. Before the game is kicked off today, if West Ham can score and win, I think Fulham get relegated. If West Ham lose, I think Fulham will relegate West Ham. I know that we've got another 19, 20 weeks to go, but that's how I feel about today's game for them. Why does Nunez get all the bonuses? Because he's really good at... He does a lot of good things. He doesn't give the ball away very much, Nunez, as well. And he doesn't give away a lot of fouls because he's just not that way inclined. Liverpool versus Wolves will be a whitewash. I hope so. More hair on my chin than head here. Love it. Who do you think is getting relegated? Yeah, done that one. Yep, Newcastle are shocking at the moment. I started shaving my hair, then greys popped up. Just have skin fade on now. Nice. Lewis Hall was about 3 inches from a screen. Yeah, he was. He literally was. Yeah, he can hit a ball. I agree, Daniel. No, I think he looks pretty fit. He's young as well. He is young. He was the only one who showed up for Newcastle yesterday, 100%. I don't trust Newcastle's depleted defence, neither do I. Yes, the 3rd relegation spot is a real toss-up for sure. Fulham, I look at that Fulham team, and I hate to say it, and Cole knows what I'm talking about. They are rubbish. Fulham are. I look at those teams and I think I wouldn't surprise me if Fulham finished 18th and West Ham finished 17th. I really feel like it's going to come down to who is crapper out of those 2 teams. In fairness, if Bournemouth sells Semenyo, Bournemouth could easily come into that relegation battle as well because they are on a massive slide. They're in trouble, Bournemouth. Like I didn't realize how bad their form had been, but listen to this. Listen to Bournemouth's record of late. Now, this is very concerning, which is why I turned them into a green fixture run. Bournemouth have not won a game of football since game week 9. They lost in game week 10, lost in 11, drew in 12, lost in 13, lost in 14, drawn the last 4. They have not won a game of football since game week 9. So Bournemouth are also a little bit in free fall at the moment. All right, we're underway. Second half is up and running. I've just realised I never actually updated the second half thing. That one was a quick halftime break. That went quicker than the bloody football. All right, let's get back underway. Time is up. I'll quickly update this to the second half as well. All right, and Igor Jesus looks like he's won a thing here, and he's asking for a yellow card on Nunez, but nothing doing there. No Ruben Diaz, apparently. All right, let's quickly update this second half. Where are we at? Igor Jesus trying to literally talk Ruben Diaz off the field. I mean, that's one way of winning a game of football, I suppose. All right, second. There we go. Let's update that. Lovely. That looks correct. Download that. Very good. Keep your votes coming in for who you're captaining this week. At the moment, there's a lot of anxious people, I reckon. All 48% now only Haaland. I mean, I'm not surprised by that. The overall, I think, statistics are about 70 to 20 or something like that in terms of captaincy. But that's because, obviously, we get a few different people that are a bit more intelligent watching my channel than the majority. All right, let's update that graphic now. Where are we at? Second half is there. All right, Elliot Anderson's taking the free kick, by the way. Good ball in, straight at Donnarumma. No problems there at all. Second half, there we go. That looks a bit more better. Very good. All right, hopefully there's some action in this half. Let's hope. Guardiola got diced. Started playing FPL this year. Just picked players I liked. Had the wild card game week 2. That's very fair. My first season in FPL, I didn't even know what triple captain was. I played a game week 1 on Harry Kane. Thankfully, he got a goal and an assist, so it wasn't a complete disaster. But I thought you got to play it every week. That's how much I knew. And then I thought that the free hit was actually wild card. So I remember playing free hit in my first season, thinking, oh, that's the team I wanted to keep, right? And then the next week I was like, why is my team going back to the team I had before? And then I realized that it was the other chip that did that. So then, Reinders has scored. It's Reinders. Man City have scored. Reinders with the goal. I saw someone bringing him in. It's 1-0 Manchester City. The scoreline has been broken. I'm pretty sure it's a Bernardo Silva assist, but I could be wrong. Either way, it is a goal. It is 1-0, and it's a Tijani Reinders goal. I'm just going to look. Oh, no, it's a Cherky assist. Hold on. No, it's a Cherky assist. A Cherky assist, and he's well onside. Cherky assist, Reinders goal. That's annoying because that bloke sold Foden that I'm versing against in the overall cup, and he bought in Cherky, and Cherky has got the assist for Tijani Reinders, and he sold Foden. So Foden, that's not the MO that we wanted. But either way, it's not a Haaland goal. It's 1-0 to Manchester City. And Tijani Reinders with the goal. And Pep goes and tells his man that was showing him on the iPad in the first half what to do and goes and congratulates him. And Man City are up 1-0. There we go. I just updated the graphic for the second half. Now I have to update it again. Finally, that game needed a goal. We've now got a goal. Thank the Lord. Christmas might be coming at long last. Cherky, the assist machine, he is definitely, he's pretty good value, isn't he? For 6.5 million? He's pretty damn cheap. And it looks like he's pretty nailed, to be honest. And the team now as well. Missed the goal. Yeah, he's been really good. Reinders and Turkey. I love it. Absolutely love it. Well done, whoever said that. All right, let's update this. 1-0 to Man City. There we go. Score's updated, 1-0. All right, what have Nottingham Forest got now? They're going to have to come out and play, which you would think is probably going to suit Man City quite a lot because now they're going to be able to push on. FYI, in this game, Tijani Reinders has been pushing past Foden quite often. So I don't know if Tijani Reinders is actually necessarily too good for Phil. Oh, Cherky, great run into the box. He goes on. He goes to goal. He's hit the post. I think it's a save from John Victor onto the post there, but Cherky almost producing a second. And that would have been a Tijani Reinders assist. That was brilliant from Cherky. I don't know. Did he save it? Did he just hit the post? I did. I think he saved it. Man City have woken up. Halftime, they have woken up. Phil Foden with the corner here for Manchester City. Maybe this is the Phil Foden return. Just go for goal, Foden. Put it straight into the goal. Do it Bruno G when we need it most. All right, here we go. Phil Foden with the corner. Actually, it wasn't a bad corner. And it's another corner. Milenkovic with the intervention there to put it out for another corner. This one's going to be taken by Ryan Cherky. 1 goal, 7 assists for the Cherky now. Yep, 6.5 or 6.6. Also, I got Cherky on bench boost. Lovely stuff. They put Cherky back in the oven. He's on fire. Cherky's a steal for 30 million. I know. They actually did a very good deal getting him for as cheap as they did. That's one of the better deals Man City have done. All right, Cherky with the corner. He puts it in. Vardiol goes for it, doesn't quite get there. All right, Forest with a quick free kick. Igor Jesus. Oh, great tackle there from Vardiol. Absolutely crunches Jesus and wins the ball as well. He's got to be very close to the DC now too. That goal is helpful for Haaland captainers as Forest will leave more space. Yeah, exactly. I couldn't agree more, Daniel. All right, Haaland picks it up. What's he got? He sees O'Reilly on the left. Is he going to play him? No, he plays it to Foden. It's a crap ball from him. That's a poor ball from Haaland. Surely he saw O'Reilly going down the left. That was the obvious pass. He's not really there for his hold-up play, though. He's there just to put the ball in the back of the net. He just didn't see him. Didn't see him. All right. That takes Man City top, by the way, prior to the Arsenal-Brighton game. This result, as things stand, would be enough to take Manchester City to the top of the pile. Igor Jesus is found offside here. It's going to be a free, indirect free kick just outside the box. How's Haaland playing now? I mean, he's playing okay, but it's not really a Haaland game, to be honest. He's been well marshalled by Milinkovic and Murillo so far. Cherky was a release clause. Well, they did very well getting him as quickly as they did. I need Haaland to score. I was too scared to captain Ekatika instead. I can see the 3-0 prediction coming true. I know. This is what I feel like what Man City do. They've been... I don't know how they've been keeping the clean sheets. A lot of the time, the clean sheet hasn't really made a lot of sense how they've managed to keep it. Then all of a sudden, they just keep it. And then they just somehow score 3 goals. I'm not really too sure how. Haaland looks inside, finds Phil Foden. Phil Foden plays to Reinders. Reinders dances, loses the ball. Morgan Gibbs-White runs away with it. Now it's out to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi breaking into the city half. Morgan Gibbs-White takes over again. Oh, plays a nice ball. He got Jesus into the box. Cuts it back. It's got to be a tap in. It's 1-1. Nottingham Forest have equalised. It's Hutchinson at the back stick and it's 1-1. And there goes the clean sheet wipeout. Manchester City players, My O'Reilly, where was he at the back? But it is officially 1-1. I mean, that'd been coming in the first half. This game has definitely woken up in the second half. And what a breakaway. It all stemmed from Reinders dancing and just losing it on the edge of the Forest box. And it's now 1-1. And it's just all too easy. Like, O'Reilly was covering someone else's man, and then the person at the back... Hutchinson was just completely free at the back stick. So it's an Igor Jesus assist and a Hutchinson goal for Nottingham Forest. A great breakaway there, and it just caught City napping. It won't be 3-0. I can tell you that much now. 1-1. All right, now we've got a game. We've got a game of football now. Pep Guardiola wasn't overly happy about that. Sean Dyche just claps, turns around and goes, that's a bit more like the Dyche football we wanted here. He got his own personal Jesus. Forest goal, yeah, Hutchinson. This is a different game now. It is. Cherky's a brilliant player, but he doesn't get as many FPL points as you'd expect. Pep will be mad as giving the ball. I know. Jesus is provided for Forest. Where is the Jesus? Timu in the building. Tijani Reinders has been getting all the shots for Man City in this game, by the way. That would have been an O'Reilly assist if that had gone in. All right, let's update the scoreline here. One. There we go. We've got a game of football in our hands, folks. All right, Phil Foden into the box. Plays it to Reinders, and Reinders cuts it back, and it goes to no one. Tell you what, this game is definitely livened up in the second half. I can tell you that much. And City press and now Forest have copped up a throw-in pretty close to the corner flag. All right, O'Reilly, what's he got? Well, it's a good ball in. Cleared away. Cherky picks it up. Foden to Cherky, save your money. Could be a play. Igor Jesus clearly idolised Bobby Firmino, loves the fancy flick and seems to love assisting more than scoring himself. I agree. What's the lowest point score you have ever gotten in a week, and could it be on this week? It's not going to be this week. Even with a -12, it won't be this week. It was probably earlier this season. I think I've started the first 4 weeks this year with 330s. And I feel like I've never got a score under 35 before, and I literally got 3 in 4 weeks. It was horrible. I don't think I've ever had anything lower than that. Plus, some of the fixtures to come later on today, I've got high hopes for some of the players I've actually got in the team. So I reckon we'll still be pretty good. Back in business. All right, here we go. Phil Foden. Oh, get out of the way, Haaland, you mug. Foden goes for goal and Haaland blocks him. Oh, you absolute goose. Haaland trying to steal his goal. And now, Nottingham Forest on the break. And Nico O'Reilly's about to get booked, and Nico O'Reilly's into the book. So even better. He's just been yellow carded for holding up the city, the Forest breakaway. So O'Reilly's off to an absolute stinker here. Two of my 4 players that have played so far have got yellow cards. It's off to a good start. No one's got any attacking returns at all. Love the commentary at the gym, so I needed to follow the game. Nice. We got a game on now. Verts and Ekatike start. Lovely. O'Reilly, Mustard. I'm cooked. I know the team's not going well, considering I'm on a -12 and I've got 4 players, and at the moment, none of them, all 4 combined at the moment are going to be combining for a brilliant total of 7 points. I'm going to be -5 of 4 played still. At least I haven't had my captain play, so it could have been worse. But then there's still half an hour left in this game. Still plenty of time to turn this around, that's for sure. All right, Hutchinson. What can he do? No, is it going to be Hutchinson? It is going to be Hutchinson. Hutchinson in the box. It's cleared away there by Bernardo Silva. Collected there by Yates, I think. No, it's not Yates. Jesus looking to feed his flock again. Doesn't feed him this time. Puts it out for a throw-in. Sean Dyche wondering what the next move is. Where's Woody when you need him? Haaland's chicken legs in the way. I know. Can't believe it. He literally got in the way, the idiot. Foden was going for goal. That could have been a goal. And then Haaland literally just blocked him. Imagine we're allowed to make 1 sub from the bench after the game week is done. Would make people care more about their bench. Exactly. Couldn't agree more. Timber's not in the lineup. Well, that's disappointing for a lot of people. Does a -12 get subtracted at the end of the game week, or is it after the United? It gets subbed straight as soon as the game week starts. So I'm currently on -5. Timber not in the squad. Yeah, I feel like it's one of them things at the moment. I look at the -12. If Haaland blanks, I feel like a lot of people have a City defender. Most people have Phil Foden, so that's neither here nor there. Most people had a Newcastle player, whereas I had Cunha, so we're on the same amount of points there. So it is literally going to come down to whether Ekatike bangs. If Ekatike bangs and Haaland blanks, all of a sudden, I mean, it might not matter. I feel like it might be a low-scoring week after all. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. A lot of football to go still. We've got a lot of games to go, so not all over yet. Forest are looking pretty good here, though. I'm not going to lie. They are giving City a really good game of football. And O'Reilly's out there again, and he's getting terrorized by Hutchinson. Oh, Igor Jesus in the box. He turns, shoots over the bar. No, but it's out for a corner. Sorry, he must have deflected off someone. Sean Dyche claps his hands. He's pretty happy with that. Hutchinson realises that O'Reilly's on a yellow. I feel like O'Reilly might get hooked off at some point in this game. I don't know who's on the bench. Maybe they bring on Nathan Ake or someone like that. But yeah, Ruben Diaz gets in the way. Igor Jesus on the turn there, looking to supply the wine to the masses in the stands. Can't quite get the job done. It's still currently water. Anderson with a punch. Oh, what's Donnarumma doing there? He is flapped at, I don't know what he's doing. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's play on. Dallo is saving me right now. Wilson starts. Haaland is playing like he's got an extra 3 pounds in his pocket. UCL, you can change players, match daily FPL. Yeah, I know that would be good, wouldn't it? This is definitely a low-scoring week. 10 players not going to do so well this week. Anderson with 15 DC. Yeah, I know he's been racking it up. Looks like I'm getting Gay in for Timber, so I hope Palace keep Spurs out. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see who people get for Timber into their teams. But that's why I said you've got to have a good bench. You can't be relying on Mark Guiui in your bench at the moment. Because I feel like that's just a recipe for disaster. You've got to have a good bench over this period in time. Cherky with a poor ball into the box there. That's hoovered up quite easily and comfortably. I tell you what, after that first 10 minutes, I thought City were going to walk away with this. And now I feel like this is anyone's game. Zaka. Nice. Yeah, I mean, Wilson's on my bench. I won't be needing him, I don't think. All right, Cherky, what's he got? Is he supplying the beef? O'Reilly gets found on the far side. What's he got? Can he go into the box? No, nothing doing there. Cleared away by Forest. Oh, and Forest are on the breakaway again. Forest have literally been giving City a lot of problems on the fast break because they're playing such direct football. City just haven't been coping very well with it, if I'm being fair. And to be fair, I feel like Forest are pretty good value for the point so far. Elliot Anderson, oh, a great ball out to the other side. Finds Hutchinson, gets over O'Reilly's head. Hutchinson, ball into the box. Jesus heads it down to Gibbs White, who plays it back to Hutchinson. Steps inside, takes on O'Reilly. No, takes on Foden, sorry. Elliot Anderson, ball into the box. Cleared away by Mateus Nunes. Oh, good save from Donnarumma. Oh, the follow-up chance falls to whoever that is, number 12. And he just blazes it over the bar. Great chance there. If he'd kept that down on target, as Savona, however you say his name, Savona. That was a chance. That was a chance. Krellin sold in Cappy for Timber. That's unlucky. Creepy Jr. starting for Bournemouth. Is Semenyo starting? If Creepy Jr. starting. Wilson has got to get me a return for the bench for Timber. Have my turkey rashes today. That's Creepy in my wild card. Come on, Forrest, hold this. I feel like Hutchinson at a bigger club could be a really good player. He does look really good. And he looks so attacking as well. I mean, like, he looked pretty good for Leicester last year. No, it was Leicester. No, it wasn't Leicester. It was Ipswich, sorry. Ipswich last year. And, I mean, what I've seen of him in this game, he looks like a player. I think he's only like 21 years old as well, isn't he? He's young. He's not old. He's definitely got time to move to a bigger club, that's for sure. Again, I've been very impressed by Elliot Anderson today. Man United should just open the checkbook and say, here you go, here's our money, and go and buy him. Well, here we go. Cherky nips in. Reinders tries to find Haaland. It's a poor ball into the box from him. And Forest on the breakaway again. Hudson-Odoi. And it's literally almost 4-on-4. Here we go. Dominguez out to the left, plays it back in. Hudson-Odoi. Oh, he loses the ball there. Gonzalez bracks it up, and away he steps. No Grealish either. Wow. Semenyo starting. Even Ilson's been benched. Okay. If I only have Raya playing because Timber is out, would I rather have them concede? I don't know. I feel like a lot of people have Timber in their team, so I think that potentially you don't want them conceding. He needs to take out Reinders. No Van den Berg either. Wow. What is going on? Anderson starts for Fulham. Excellent. That's all we love to hear. West Ham's chances of winning that game have drastically increased. Frimpong, Wirtz, and Captain Ekatike start your P. Feel like we're all heavily invested on that Liverpool-Wolves game. I feel like that's going to be the clutch game today. I'm not going to read out the lineups for all those games until a bit later on when we get to that. Vandenberg out. Nice that I have Coyote then. Wonder why he's out. He must be injured, sick, unwell. There was no news about him being out. Is he on the bench? Chiesa starts. I feel like somehow steals the show. He might do. Gary's got Timber and Van den Berg starting. He's going to be down to Bruno on his bench, I think. He's going to be playing Gooey off the bench. Let me have a look. He's got Timber and Van den Berg, and he's got Richards and Mark Gooey on the bench. He's not even in, he's out of the squad. Gabriel back on the Arsenal bench. Yeah, a game of skill. You heard it right. There you go. I can't believe I'm saying this, but I hope Heaven gets subbed in for Timber. Can you do the lineups muted again, please? I can definitely give it a shot. I don't know what happened there. I think we're still good. I think we're still good. Oh, are we coming back? We're back. Oh, good. I accidentally touched the laptop and it turned itself off for a second. I thought before the stream was about to die, I was like, uh-oh. This is why you don't have Mark Gooey on the bench. I'd said Mark Gooey on the bench is not what you want to be relying on over the Christmas period. And here we are, a lot of people, Gary View is going to be relying on Mark Gooey coming off the bench. That is not going to feel good. It's 99% luck. Have Gahey, Chalobah and Potts on the bench for the ex-mess player roulette. This is why you don't have dead players on the bench. Agreed. Thank God Creepy Jr. is starting. I think I need him now. I should have taken the -4 for Timber to Keane. Back. Minte on the bench. I don't know what I did there. That was really special. I've got to make sure I don't do that in the actual proper watch along. If I touch the laptop, it turns itself off. So I got to make sure we don't do that. City not on the best form today. Bowen scoring 2 today. I hope so. Minte on the bench. Wow. It just the Christmas shocks keep coming. Really hope City don't win because Villa will go second after another Rodgers masterclass. Yeah, it could happen. Not going to lie, could happen. Not ruling it out. It's not in my multi at the moment, but maybe it will be by the time we get there. O'Reilly round the back. Haaland. Oh, Haaland, he's snatched at that. And he's blazed that over the bar. There was not much control there. He's barely had a sniff this second half. O'Reilly getting up to head it down, and Haaland just balloons it. Savinio's coming on here for Tajani Reinders. Reinders is going off. Savinio on. I'm surprised they've taken him off because Reinders, to be honest, I feel like has looked like City's best player today. Interesting substitution from there by Pep. My -8 is paying off on 7 now. The absolute scenes of Gooey come on and scores a last-minute screamer later today. I know, you would have wondered. I wonder where Lewis Potter will play. Good question, that. My -8 is paying off 7 now. Haaland has the habit of scoring braces in 2 games and then blanking. Let's not get too excited. I regret moving Bruno to Cunha for -8 this week. The cartel drop his price, and I'm trembling. Wait. Oh, Haaland's missed again. Was that a Foden chance, I think? Then Haaland just didn't quite fall to him. Let's watch that back. Phil Foden. Oh, it was a Foden chance. It was a great shot. Oh, that was almost a Phil Foden goal. So close to a Phil Foden goal there. I think that would have been a Cherky assist as well. And then the rebound just didn't fall to Haaland. It was well cleared away by the Forest defence. City pushing here. They are looking to retake the lead. All right, Savinio out onto the right-hand side. Tries to jink his way past, nothing doing, goes back to Mateus Nunes. Savinio again. Has another little look. Goes back to Nunes, back to Savinio. Savinio now gets a little bit of run-up and shows way too much of the ball to Nico Williams, who wins the ball. Wait, Gary is still holding Bruno? Is that what review time? No, he hasn't got Bruno. He's got Richards on his bench. So Gary's got Minte on his bench. He's got Minte, who's starting on the bench. He's got Richards, and he's got Mark Gooey. And he's got Timber and Vandenberg on his field. That is the definition of winning the lottery. Gary View, FPL Review, has led him to the world of ruin. He's going to be copping. D-Unit's going to be beating Gary View of a -12 because they've actually got players that are playing. Guardiola's just been booked by the referee for arguing about something. Bowl, my captain, love it. That sub should release Foden, you'd hope. Foden's so close, I know. Can't believe it. D-Unit his way back to 4 million, maybe. Could be. The fixture congestion will hurt the strong template players. There'll be lots of rotation. Sorry, I can't wish you good luck, but good luck for the rest of the season. Ekatike captaining looking good. Nunes, please get me the DC. I mean, let's have a look at the quick DC update here while we're into the final 15 minutes of the game now before injury time. And this game does feel like it could be a pretty good game to finish with, to be fair. Let's have a look. Haaland with a defensive contribution. Pitches to Milinkovic. Milinkovic almost scores. Puts it wide. It's deflected there by someone. But Haaland almost got an assist at the wrong end of the field. What's he doing heading it there? That is exceptionally lucky that is not equaled in a Nico Milinkovic goal. Vardiol with getting his body in the way. That would have been a story. Oh, here we go. Phil Foden on the break. He's away. And it's just him. Oh, he's done well to hold that up. Plays it out to the right. Vardiol's there. Bernardo Silva takes over. Out to Savinio. What can Savinio muster? Savinio goes into the box. Hits it across. It's well cleared away by Murillo. Bernardo Silva, top of the box. Phil Foden. What can he find? He finds Cherky. I thought that was O'Reilly, but it wasn't. It's Vardiol. City resumed the let's pass the ball around just outside the 18-yard box, find a way to get through. Cherky now takes over. Plays it inside Foden. to Gonzalez. Gonzalez goes for it and puts it into about row double Z. Poor shot. All right, Vardiol's on 10 defensive contributions. So is Nico Gonzalez. Ruben Diaz is on 9. Just sending Mum a message back. Don't know why she didn't come out and tell me that herself. Mateus Nunes is on 8. Bernardo's on 7. So a few more to do there. Foden's on 5. Cherki's on 5. O'Reilly's on 3. Anderson on 17. Milinkovic on 11. And Murillo on 7 so far there. Obviously, so far, the story of this game has been a Tijani Reinders goal with a Cherki assist and a Hutchinson goal with an Igor Jesus assist. At the moment, it's Hutchinson with 3 bonus, Cherki on 2, and Reinders on 1. With 13 minutes of the game to go. Enjoying the smugness in your voice when you're talking about a review team. Nunes, please, had the DC. Potter will play up top. Henry left back. Getting Rodon off the bench now for Timber. I mean, that a lot of people will be getting a Leeds defender off the bench, I feel. I can't believe Gary's team is in the mud. Kanji's just come on the group chat. So there's a group chat, right, of me, Gary, Kanji, Roberto, Nightmare, and Trig. And I just sat there. I was like, God, imagine having to rely on Gui off your bench, Gary. No Timber, no Van den Berg. Then Kanji's just come on and said, sold both defenders last week. I survived with 0 bench players this week. Everyone started for me. Arsenal defense is 70% effective, owned, by the way. So you do want a clean sheet if you've got Raya in goal now. And then I just said, Gary has Minte, Richards, and Gui on the bench, and Vandenberg and Timber no-shows. Might gain points with the -12. Review teams in the bin. And then Nightmare just said, Minte should come off the bench, and I've just written for 1 point. Foden into the box, cuts it back, cleared away there by Forest. I mean, Gary's team is in the bin. Literally, it's in the bin. The block-in's going to be fun tonight. He might not let me in. He might say I'm not allowed in. Imagine losing points on someone that's taken a -12 because half your team just doesn't bother to show up. After you've made the most pointless transfer. Gary made a transfer this week. I can't believe I'm saying this, but he made a transfer of Petrovic when he's playing. Right, so he's playing Semenyo, right? He's playing Semenyo in his team. And he got rid of Petrovic and bought Kelleher to play Kelleher against Semenyo with Van den Berg. And I said, why did you make that move this week? It makes 0 sense. Like, I was just trying to understand it from my own standpoint. Why would you buy a goalkeeper that's playing one of your attackers? It just makes no sense to me. But Gary's done that, and now he's just got a bench that's going to be getting him at max probably 2 points if he's lucky. And he's got Vandenberg no-show, Timber no-show. All I can say is this is what happens, folks, when you follow FPL review. It will lead you down the garden path to destruction at some point during the season, and you'll be like, why do I use this program? Why do you use it? I can't wait to ask Gary the hard-hitting questions. I mean, I feel like, and he's got Haaland captain. He's got Haaland captain as well. Gary's been getting the mute button ready. I'm just going to be on the stream and I'm going to be talking and there's going to be no words coming out. Gary's going to have me muted from the moment I join. Gary's in the chat. I bet you he's in the chat listening to this going, that smug idiot. Why am I falling asleep? Now, Nunes outstanding, O'Reilly again. Yeah, 0 O'Reilly again. Review told me to do Bruno Fernandes to Wirtz and Gui to Bowen, so I did Bruno F to Saka. More transfers for the sheep. Yep, Gary's going to mute you. Entire lock in. Will Semenyo even play? Yeah, he's playing. He's starting apparently. Oh, Haaland almost gets in, but Milenkovic again, great defending. Milenkovic has had some game defending Haaland, by the way. I'm too dumb to use FPL review. That's good to know. You should be able to make transfers up until kickoff. They do it on Sky's. FPL makes the game boring. You have to pick players based on if they're going to play rather than who you think will do well. I like it. Semenyo is playing. Pretty sure you're not a fan of this Gary. I am. I really like Gary. I just like taking the piss out of him because he actually uses FPL review. Man City corner there. And it's gone out for another Man City corner. Phil Foden will take this one. It's that bad, Gary changing his name to Larry. To be fair, it did take me a while. All right, here we go. Man City corner, Phil Foden. Can he find O'Reilly at the back stick for a goal? He's found someone at the back stick. Cherky! It's 2-1! Cherky has scored! I don't know who got the assist. I think it's a Vardiol assist, but Man City are back in front. And it's 2-1. Sadly, none of my players are involved. But Ryan Cherky has got a goal and an assist, and he's riding off with the 3 bonus points, and Man City have retaken the lead. The Forest players are complaining about something. I'm not sure what they're complaining about, but Ryan Cherky's doing the Haaland celebration on the floor, pretending he's meditating. It'd be ironic if it got ruled out for some nonsense. The Forest players are definitely protesting about something. I don't know what's going on there, but as things stand, Man City have retaken the lead. Murillo's claiming his shirt's been ripped, and to be fair, his shirt has been ripped. Let's have a look. What's going on here? I mean, O'Reilly definitely fouls him, but it's a great finish from Cherky. Goes straight through Morgan Gibbs White's legs, and I think there's not much John Victor can do. He sees it so late. It's a great hit from Cherky. And it's a Vardiol assist, in case anyone's wondering. It will be a Vardiol assist if the goal counts, which I think it will. I can't see any reason why it wouldn't count. And it's 2-1. Donnarumma's running off, celebrating it. I don't know. He's just doing a little bit of a gallop around the field, which is quite ironic in and of itself. Pep's excited. He's running for the set piece. Coach going, there we go, boys. Get the cranberry. It's Cherky. Bournemouth have said they want Semenyo to stay and play up to the 10th, Jan the 10th. The Cards team's cooking, by the way. The Cards team's got Cherky, and it is a goal. Yes, and it's 2-1. It's definitely been confirmed. The goal has stands and we're away. Man City do have the lead. 2-1. We've got 3 goals in the game. That would have been a shot on a normal day at the office. But alas, here we are. We're going sober tonight. We're just having to ride the emotions as they go. City back in front. Can they hold on now? They've got 5 minutes plus injury time here. And it's 2-1 in the game. Murillo and Haaland are having just a wrestling match at the moment. I think at some point, maybe Haaland gets booked. That'd be pretty nice. Haaland's definitely complaining. He's arguing. I'd just book them both, ref. Book them both. I'm here for the Haaland yellow card. I'll take it. All right, now I don't know what's going on. Referee's stopped the game. He's asking for someone. I don't know what's going on here at all. I think he's calling for the captains. I'm not sure what he's doing. No, we're going to make a substitution. That's what's happening. I'm not sure what on earth's going on. All right, Dominguez is coming on. He's going off, sorry, and Awoni's coming on. So Nottingham Forest are not going to die wondering. They're sending on another attacker. They're going for the equaliser. That's what we love to see. I wasn't bothered about the cup anyway. No, I didn't even bother looking at the dude's team. I mean, he's got... What a move, though. That dude has killed it. I've got to hold my hands up and say, well played, young man. He's literally sold Phil Foden for Ryan Cherky. And Phil Foden is blanking, and Ryan Cherky is on track I don't even know how many points. I don't even want to know. I legit don't even want to know. He's on track for a 5, 8, 10, 13-pointer. So he's literally sold Foden, who's got 2 for a 13-pointer. I mean, that is the definition of a good transfer if ever I've seen one. Like, if you're going to make one move, what a one move to make. But here we go. Anyways, the game continues on. We've got 3 minutes plus injury time to come. And this is a much better game than what we watched this morning. I can tell you that much. I do feel like there's another goal in this game as well. Oh, Matheus Nunes with a defensive contribution. That's up to 9 at least. He's 1 away. I mean, maybe that doesn't count because I'm not very good at understanding what a defensive contribution is according to what Opta reckons it is. Oh, Matheus Nunes wins it again. That's got to be 10. He's got to have the DC. Matheus Nunes, that should be 10 DC. Unless I'm blind and I don't know what it is, which is definitely possible. Dan Vardy, old Cherky punt was worth it, 100%. 3 City players and no returns, disappointing. Disappointing about the O'Reilly clean sheet, but looking good for a Haaland blank. Gabriel on the bench for Arsenal, maybe back to start against Villa. I would suggest probably yes. Cherky over Cunha was the play. It did appear to be the case if you didn't already own 3 City players. I mean, to be fair, I feel like O'Reilly fouls Morgan Gibbs-White for that, but I could see why Gibbs-White was complaining about it. But VAR make their own rules up. Cherky is now officially been removed from the game. There'll be no more damage from him. And Nathan Ake has come on to replace the Cherky. And the beef Cherky is looking pretty toasty at the moment. All right, Nico O'Reilly picks the ball up here. What's he got? A solo run and a goal would be preferable at this moment in time. And he's lost the ball. Nottingham Forest throw, they take it quickly. They're in a rush. They haven't got much time. We're into the final minute of normal time. And they've given the ball away, and that's not going to help them out at all. All right, Phil Foden, Nico O'Reilly. Oh, he steps inside. Now, that is nice. Nico O'Reilly finds Foden, edge of the box. Phil Foden! Phil Foden! Oh, he didn't get a shot away. He kept dinking and didn't shoot. I mean, he somehow still got the ball, but that was disappointing. I thought he was going to dink in and have a shot, and he didn't. Because that would have been a nice little combo right to finish the game. That would have taken 3-1. Phil Foden goal, O'Reilly assist. That would have been the perfect ending to this game. Cherky resting. Cherky 3 bonus, yes. I'm so annoyed I have Haaland captain, but also I have Ekatike. Like, I don't want to bring him into blank, but if he bangs, I'm stuffed. Love seeing the FPL's highest scores early. They're always crazy. Someone TC Dorgu. Lock in those points. All right, we're into injury time now. How many minutes are we going to get? They haven't whacked it up on the screen yet for me. 5 minutes of injury time, I believe. All right, Matheus Nunes. What can he find? He finds Savinio. Savinio runs into the box. Savinio goes for goal. Matheus Nunes goes into the box to Savinio. Will City look for the killer third? Or are they just going to play and keep ball? Nunes to Savinio, who doesn't show much interest in getting the ball into the box. Nunes, back to Savinio. Back to Silva. Back to Gonzalez. Back to Foden, who turns. Foden looks. Shoots. Blocked. Goes to the goalkeeper. John Victor. We've got 4 minutes or more of injury time to go. Can they conjure anything from here? All right, City have won the free kick there. Nottingham Forest have conceded it. We've got about 3.5 minutes left, and there's going to be a bit of time wasting going on here because Vardio or whoever that is sat on the ground, and there's going to be a late substitution here. Hudson-Odoi is off, and it looks like one back Bakwa is on. Yes, it is Bakwa. I had to look there for a second, but it is Bakwa. Bakwa is on here for Nottingham Forest. All right, Donnarumma's going to take this. Is he going to waste too much time and get himself a 5th yellow card of the season? I mean, the ref's telling him to get a move on. If he doesn't move on, he's going to get his 5th yellow. He does kick it on. Plays it upfield, looks for Haaland, nothing doing there. And it's out for a City throw-in. I don't see Timber on Arsenal's lineup. Yeah, he's not playing. There's no Timber, no Van den Berg. Review teams in the absolute garbage can. Minte on the bench. People relying on Mark Gui coming off the bench and doing something. Might not even get a look in against Villa today. Would be my guess since Delap is back. Right, Phil Foden. Runs into no one. Forest have got just over 2 minutes to save the game. What can they do? Backward gets his first touch of the game. He's going to take on Mateus Nunes. Plays it to Igor Jesus. Jesus looks inside and loses the ball but wins the throw-in. Now, have they got a long throw? Have they got a Rory Delap? They've got a Nico Williams. I don't know if he's got a long throw. I don't think he does. Yes, apparently he's got a long throw. He's going to try his best to hurl it into the box. Milinkovic is going forward. Milinkovic goes up to win it, nothing doing. Murillo wins it. Phil Foden tries to win it, nothing doing. Awoni goes up. They hack it forward. Haaland's got no one there with him. Who can he find? He's literally just got to hold the ball. There is no City. Oh, he's just kicked it away. Haaland, what's he doing? He's just given Forest the ball. They get another chance to put it forward to no one. Phil Foden's going to show Haaland how it's done. No, he's not. Oh, Haaland's going to get himself a yellow card. That's got to be a yellow card for Haaland. He's just pushed him over. He's got to go back and book Haaland for that, surely. I mean, he literally just pushed him in the back. I don't think he's going to get away with it, you know. I think he's going to get away with that. If that had actually caused a free kick, Haaland would have been booked 100% for that. He's very lucky he didn't get booked for that. No Grealish either. With Delap coming back, I don't think Gui will be in Chelsea's squad today. Right. So the people who captain Ekitike are going to feast today, hopefully. I used 5 players for 11 points. I know I've used 4 for nothing. Oh, here we go. Forest still pushing right at the end. Nothing doing. They hack it clear. John Victor comes out. The ref looks at his whistle. As an offside. Nottingham Forest take it quickly. Backward down the left. This will be the final play of the game. Cuts it into the box. City clear it. That's got it. Oh, no. There's still a little bit of a moment here. No, that's got to be it. Surely. The ref looks at his watch again. We've played the 5 minutes of injury time. Old mate puts the ball into the box. Touches it down. Igor Jesus falls to the ground. Looks for a penalty. The referee says nothing doing and ends the game. Manchester City have won 2-1. Haaland has blanked, which is the big news out of this one. The D-Unit has taken the Haaland captain on, and we look forward to the 3 p.m. watch along now, because I tell you what, the -12 might actually pay itself off. Because if Ekitike scores a brace later on, all of a sudden it's going to be happy days. It's going to be happy days. Anyways, Tijani Reinders and Cherky with the goals. An assist for Vardiol and Cherky. Cherky with a 13-pointer. I mean, the dude I'm playing in the overall cup has got away with murder there. Selling Foden for Cherky. What a move that's turned out to be. Hutchinson with the goal for Nottingham Forest, blanking the City defence. Pep shaking the referee's hand, even though he got booked by him earlier. Walking away quite smug, knowing that he is going home with the 3 points. And Manchester City moved to the top of the Premier League table. There you go, clear by 1 point prior to Arsenal playing Brighton next on. Pep gives Foden a kiss on the cheek saying, thanks for another great 90 minutes, mate. Man City up to 40 points, clear on top by a point from Arsenal, who are yet to play later today, and Aston Villa and Chelsea are in third and fourth, also who play later today in a third versus fourth clash. Hopefully you didn't captain Haaland and you're feeling pretty good about life right now, because that's hopefully what we're looking at. Maverick Artist looking like all Haaland captainers, not happy. Why did I captain Haaland over Ekitike? No idea. GG FPL in the mud after just 2 games. How many of the experts captain Ekitike? Me. Wolves out for Haaland captainers. Colin's out for, yeah. Violin's out. Yeah, where's Gary's violin? Right. Gary's going to play the violin every time I mention, how's Vandenberg on the bench? How's Timber going on your field? How's Mark Uwe? How's Minte? How is Richards? It's going to be the Gary Review funeral tonight, boys. It's going to be the review funeral. We're going to look at the FPL review template team, and the violins are definitely going to be out. The flowers are going to be out. The black shirts are going to be out, because it's just going to be, it's going to be depressing. I mean, I'm just going to pull up what Gary's team looks like. I have to do it. I have to show the masses. Everyone wants to see this, because I don't think there's any other way of describing it other than the fact his team's in the bin. His team is actually in the bin. I thought my team of -12 was in the bin, but my team is definitely not in the bin. Not after you see this. All right, let's see if I can do this. This is going to look, whoops, okay, I don't know what I've done there. I've taken myself out. There we go. I'm back. All right, this is going to look a little bit messy, but I'm going to do it just to show you guys how biblical this is. All right, where are we at? Move that up there. All right, let's have a look at Gary's team. This is Gary's team, folks. That's his team. This is the D-Unit. Well, this D-Unit's making the -12 up on Gary's team and some this game week. I think I've got his team on the screen, have I? Hold on. Hold on. We're about to see it. There we go. That's Gary's team. Gary's team. That's what it is. He's in a world of pain. He's had Haaland captain. He transferred out Petrovic for Kelleher. He's got no Vandenberg shows up. No Jurriën Timber showed up. Minte's on the bench. Richards probably won't show up. Mark Guiu is going to be coming off the bench, probably with a 0-pointer. I mean, I thought the -12 was brave. That team is brave. I think he's just in trouble. I think he's cooked. The bold unit's up and about. Ekitike, captain, gang, we're ready to go, boys. We're ready to go. He's not a forward on my side. I just can't wait to, yeah. Violin, get it out. Get it out. The violin is going to be stroking itself. Oh, my days, he is cooked. Mate, I'm the guy from Malawi, Africa. You flip the coin for Haaland or Foden, triple captain. I know. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. Foden went very close today. Haaland did nothing. Like, Haaland literally, what was his XG in this game? Hold on, I'm going to look up. It wasn't much. Haaland, 0.28 expected goal involvement. Phil Foden, he was much higher because he had a decent chance, 0.6. I feel like, Phil Foden, you're unlucky if you didn't get a return today, because he probably should have got a return in that game. He just didn't. That team is on the bench. Yeah, it is on the bench. Cook him on the pubcast. Don't worry, it's coming. Vardy going to get bonus. I wouldn't have thought so. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Actually, I'll refresh this really quickly. All right, so Cherky goal, Reinders goal, Cherky assist, Vardiol assist, Igor Jesus assist, Hutchinson goal. Yellow cards for Anderson, Ruben Dias and O'Reilly. Bonus points, 3 for Cherky, Hutchinson 2, and it looks like Tajani, Reinders and Vardiol are going to get 1 each. Anderson just missing out. I mean, they might adjust that later on. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. But defensive contributions, both Gonzalez, Vardiol, Mateus Nunes, Ruben Dias all get it for City. For Nottingham Forest, Anderson, Murillo, Milenkovic all get it for Nottingham Forest. Interesting game of football, to be fair. Very interesting game of football. I mean, Gary's team, I feel sorry for him. I'd cancel to lock in with that team. What did I say every week? Gary's team needs a wild card. The good news is he gets a wild card in 2 weeks. He might need one. He might need one. He should have made his 5 transfers. His team's been left in the mud. Cherky's my second sub. Luckily, no Grealish or Timber, so I'll get him on. Very nice, Luke. Very nice. Yeah, Haaland was £3 overweight. He was just no very good. Yeah, it does look like Vardiol's going to steal 1 bonus point. Ekatike, my captain. Jamie Git Chili. Is Timber on the bench or not playing at all? He's not playing at all. He's not in the squad. Dallo last on my bench with a 12-pointer. Why did I start O'Reilly? I mean, you wouldn't have. Yeah, it is what it is. Imagine if Thiago Hall's after all those people sold him. Yeah, I mean, it could definitely happen. Not going to lie, it could happen. No word of a lie. We are going to have a bit of a rest for 20 minutes. I'll be back in about 20 minutes with the team lineups. I'm going to try my best not to mute myself so I don't have to read them out twice. But I feel pretty confident now. I know that technically speaking, my team's on -5 still. But now that we've got past the Haaland blank, we can now look forward to optimism for the rest of the game week. Plus, it's going to be Bowen versus Anderson. I mean, Gary could have a score of 20 points this game week. Like, let's say, I mean, Ekatike might return pretty well, so he might be rescued by some other players, but he's on track for a pretty low score this week, I reckon. He's definitely going to be taking a big tumble down the thing. Let's have a look at Trig's team. Where are we at? Trig had Trig captain Haaland as well. The sheep captain, as I tell you. No bravery in the pubcast except for the D-Unit. I mean, he's got Tarkowski like me. I quite like that. He's got Sanchez in goal like me. Trig's team looks a bit more prepared. He's got no Timber, so he's quite happy about that, I'd suggest. He's got no Ekatike, though, so he's going to be hoping for an Ekatike blank. Whereas I'm all in on the Ekatike bang, bang, bang. It's going to be an interesting game week. I feel like whatever happens in that Liverpool-Wolves game will define what happens in the game week. The people that went Ekatike captain could be on track for huge green arrows this week if he just had the balls to not captain Haaland. And I just thought, you know what? I've taken a -12. I'm taking the Haaland captain on because I've just got to hope that Ekatike can beat him. And now we're on. At this rate, Gary may block you. No chance. Gary loves me. Gary loves me. He knows that I love a roast, though. All right. On that note, folks, I will see you all in about 17 minutes' time. We're going to have a quick rest. Going to eat some food really quickly. I'm going to grab my glasses of water because that's all I've got. It's a sad lot of life. But you guys are going to have to be having the shots for me. Three goals have been seen already. I will see you all very shortly in 17 minutes' time. Get yourselves a drink. Prepare yourselves because we've got 5 games coming at you live. And it should hopefully be a really entertaining stream, the next one, of goals hopefully flying in left, right and centre.